Hey guys, what's going on? It's Phoenix here, and we're going to start a new series on Black Ops. It is a custom class setup, and this is trying to help you guys play Black Ops better, get some things to just, for me, work personally a lot. And I gone ahead and started off with my first one with the Type 25. I just started going back to assault rifles so I get these diamond. I'm almost done with my SMG, so I'll be covering an SMG class very soon and stuff. I skipped the beginning of this. We spawned in a little late, but then we also like died about 8 times straight just because of like stupid things with LSAT and stuff. So I decided to skip that boring part for you. So I'm gonna have an annotation on the left side of the screen having everything listed out. So that way, if you guys need to copy it or anything like that for you, you guys have it right there. I don't have editing software really to add in any fun stuff. So sorry about that, but that was probably one of the last deaths that I have. It's the second to last death I have. This game goes on really well. Um, so what we have here today, I'm gonna go ahead and explain everything and why, and reasonings why I chose these perks and attachments. Now, never mind. Okay, take that back. That was a last death, or second to last death. Yeah. So anyway, the whole point I chose the Type 25. It's a really nice gun. It's a really solid assault rifle. It has a lot of damage and it shoots really, really fast. So it's really nice to have, and overall, it's really easy to maneuver with and aim down sights pretty damn fast. It's just an overall really nice weapon. Now, the attachments I decided to go with was a silencer and a stock. Sorry about that. Now, the reason why I did the suppressor is because personally I like to play offensive and defensively both times, and right there was really defensive is I knew they were going to come around this corner soon, so I decided to wait for him. And the fact that I have a suppressor now is that like no one can tell, so I just shot that guy. And look, this guy came running by without even knowing me. Now, if I didn't have that guy right there also behind him, next to him, would have noticed me and shot me right in the back. So this is the reason why I decided to use the suppressor. And sorry, we're on theater mode, so I didn't know why I didn't skip that faster for you guys. But it's also a really offensive weapon. You saw I was able to control that area and was able to do that. So I guess you could say it's more defensive and just controlling an area for this class. But now the perks that I did hardline. I want to get the minus score streaks a lot higher. Like they're a lot higher. They're the big ones and so forth. So I went with hardline, made my life easier. And again, really defensive. EMP just saw my teammate shooting. He ended up dying. It's not over here, so I checked the corners again. It's really nice to do. And see, there's that LSAT guy. He's annoying. And then try throwing a C4 over. But see, he had Flakjack. Flakjack is so overpowered. And then I have my second and my two secondary perks. I went with two this time. Normally I don't. Normally I have Ghost and Hardline, but I decided to go with Scavenger and Toughness. Toughness definitely helps. I've been using that a lot more now. Getting my gunfights and just been winning them. And I saw all these guys in there. I could have rushed in there, could have thrown a C4. But you gotta control this area and you gotta know what you're doing. And I wanted to capture on Bravo, but here's another good reason. Here's an actual tip: if you get concussioned and you know there's a sight for those enemies to come and kill you, move back as much as you can. Concussions are really annoying to get to. There we go. We got the swarm. Now the reason Scavenger just runs out of ammo really fast, so you gotta be running Scavenger with this, because you will just run out of ammo ridiculously fast. And it kills really easily and with a little less shots, but it's the fact that you have to be shooting it to be either really onto it or they're really farther, which also the suppressor does take down damage, so you gotta be careful with that. Now the stock is because I wanted to move faster. You gotta be able to move around, be able to catch your enemies, you know where they are, and be able to keep going around corners with your sights, aiming down sights. And so my last perk, I believe it was Dexterity, and the reason why I chose Dexterity was it was an extra thing. It was just something extra I had, and I figured I want to be able to run. If I'm gonna be running around like this and charging and keeping an area down, I wanted something that I could use that would make me, react faster, so I can get over obstacles faster. I could quickly, pull off my gun. That's the whole reason why I did Dexterity. And the C4 is because, again, there were so many times like you can just throw it in there, make sure get that last guy dead, or you shoot them, they go in behind cover, and you can just throw the C4. Now again, right here, I knew we had this area locked down, just waiting for them to come out, because this is what you can do. It's how a lot of people build up your score streaks. How I get annoyed from people doing it, but I do it myself, so I can't be mad here. But you gotta be really defensive here. So I see that they're shooting. I'm waiting for teammates killing them. I saw a teammate dying. Try getting this guy, and like I said, it just runs out of ammo. You try spraying, it doesn't do a lot of damage, so you gotta be having scavenger. And finally, I get this guy to my OBB side again. And an escort drone. Look at that. So now the reason why I'm running these score streaks is because it is an offensive class, and I want to make sure I'm pushing forward, and I'm always having these enemies and knowing where they are. Now, if you want to be a little more supportive for your team, or you just can't get to these higher score streaks, my suggestion is done using the UAV, counter UAV, and probably a Hellstorm missile or lightning strike, which one you prefer personally. Now I see all these guys, and I could probably take most of them on. The problem was I didn't want to. Again, I was on a streak. I'm trying to keep this alive and just control this area down. Again, I see them spawning over there. None of them rushed me, so I decided to move on. But again, you gotta be really defensive. You gotta know where your enemies are, and you gotta be pushing forward. Now, the orbital VSAT, it's completely helpful. You can see the enemies no matter what. You always know where they are. I love the escort drone because it just helps. It covers you. After they fixed it, it's really nice now. It's really good. And the swarm is just, it was a higher score streak, and I decided to go for it. And it did decent. It didn't do its best, but it did decent. So it was really nice to get that. Oh, that relentless right there was pretty nice. Yeah, I was going for a nuclear. I realized how well I was doing, and then you see what happens at the end. Also, there's not much time, if you noticed, after I've gone through it. But again, it's a really defensive class. It's basically more controlling and helping out you personally, so that way you can get these higher kills and score streaks. Hence the reason why the score streaks are there. They're mainly for kills right here, which is the offensive side. But the way you play and the way you have the gun is more for the defensive. So you can run around corners, aiming down sights, and suppressors to help you stay quiet and not be found. And right here, oh, the brutal, that was the first brutal I've ever gotten, I will be honest, and that was nice to see. And this guy, he came around the corner to end the game, but that was amazing. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope this class works out for you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy.